What's up everyone, this is Kyoto here, and I am back from my trip from Japan, or technically a week ago because that's when I got back, but had to head straight to work after. But yeah, I went in the end of, was it October and beginning of November, so I went for about 2 weeks, and went for a mini vacation because it's been a while since I last went to Japan because, whole COVID-19 pandemic. But man, it was awesome trip. I will say this though, I went there for Halloween and not so awesome. A lot of stuff happened in Shibuya, as y'all know what happened last year in Korea. Japan tried to make a policy where they tried to ban or attempt to ban Halloween, which kind of failed but kind of didn't, because they had a lot of police there and a lot of billboard signs that said no Halloween event, but it didn't stop people from going to Shibuya. But it did kind of lower the chance, or not lower chances, but it did lower the amount of people going in costumes, going crazy, going partying, because even they banned like alcohol 3 days prior, preventing stores from selling alcohol, so you have to like pre-funk, but there were a lot of alternatives, like people going Ikebukuro and Shinjuku, other places in Tokyo to celebrate Halloween. Also, I watched the Batman movie and other movies, but on the plane going forward and going back from Japan, and watched Kingsman. I love the movie. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and 3, finally watched that. Batman, the new Batman movie. Wow, that movie definitely neutered Batman. But I guess I could talk more about this later. I did record a lot in Japan, and so I'm probably going to compile all my videos, kind of make a little mini vlog of my trip in Japan, because took a lot of videos, went a lot of cool sites, and next trip I guess I will go Osaka. But anyways, today we are going to be showing off everything, or at least all the cool stuff that I got in Japan, because yeah, I brought 2 luggages and completely filled the luggages with pretty much a lot of anime goods, a lot of stuff that I bought, a lot of stuff that I got from for friends and families. But man, honestly, just really quickly, like, this is like the best time to go in Japan, because the yen currency to conversion from US is ridiculous, where you will buy something that's like what, 13,000 yen, and be about like 90 bucks. So right now, if you guys plan on going to Japan, or at least like thinking about it, I definitely would put that in your itinerary as soon as possible, because who knows how long the currency differences between Japan and whatever country you're from is going to last. But Japan is in a kind of tight spot, so being truthful here. But yeah, it is a good time for tourists to come visit and just little splurge. But yeah, going over my splurges, I guess I want to show you off all the small stuff that I bought, because I went to a lot of exhibits. I went doing lotteries, which I did learn the word lottery, takarakuji, which means lottery, so I learned that new definition in Japan. But yeah, I'm just gonna like skim through the small stuff, because it's just a lot of like acrylics. These ones I actually went to Tokyo Tower, or Red Tokyo Tower, because they had an exhibit for quintessential quintuplet, or exhibit, I guess you could say. It's not really much of an exhibit, but they kind of replaced the old One Piece amusement park in Tokyo Tower, because that closed down during pandemic, which is unfortunate, but at least I had the great opportunity to go in 2019 before no longer seeing it. So I think I made a video of it. You can check it on my channel. But man, I love this whole one a lot. Akira is like one of my favorite Idolmaster characters, and so I got that. Some I went to, man, some exhibits I do not know about. Like these ones I got from like the Annex Building exhibit. I forgot what it was. Some more acrylics here. So yeah, I just went crazy on just buying whatever I saw that looked cool, because I kind of just didn't care about like the currency, or I do care, but it's just more so like, how often do I get to go to Japan and just like buy a lot of cool stuff that it's hard to get like cool stuff for a reasonable price in America. Like Kuniya will be like the closest, but man, they charge like triple the amount, if you guys notice. So I mean, that's the reason why I don't really buy from Kinokuniya. Yeah, a lot of cool knickknacks here and there. I'm still organizing my room kind of thoroughly. I mean, it was a lot worse when I got back because I just had everything in the corner just tucked away, and I think it took me 1 week, well, you know, during work of course, but some cool shikishi boards I got also. From some anime stores. This was funny. This was from Mandarake, and this was like 100 yen. Like, bro, this would have been like, I don't know, $15 in America. It's crazy. And this cool Harley Melancholy. I think this is from the, I forgot which one this is from, but Yuki. This one, I think it's from a hentai artist, so this one's pretty awesome to get. So I'm just going over everything, you know, at least the small stuff pretty quickly because I didn't know last time I made a video of the stuff I got in Japan, it was an hour long, until my friend brought it up a few months ago, and I was just like, damn, did I really make an hour long like haul video of all of the stuff I got? So I'm just showing all the small stuff, the stuff that I just bought. So here's one of Frederica plush from Idolmaster, and it was the only one I was able to find from a character I like. I'm trying to collect all the girls from Lips, so, and I think she was expensive too. I think she was like 5,000 yen. Like the plushes are pretty pricey, so I think it was like 5,000 or like 4,000 yen. That's like about what? I guess $28 in U.S. currency right there. I don't remember. Man, what is this? So I got Nino. I think this is a wall scroll, but look at the price. Look at the price. 1,200 yen. You can't beat that price right there. So majority of the time that the stuff that I bought was quintessential quintuplet related. I think this is a file folder collection. So some more lottery stuff. I got this Yotsuba, so this is from a lottery. So yeah, word of the day for you guys to learn for Japanese if you ever go to Japan. Takarakuji. So AK lottery. So you just tell that to a staff member and they'll give you a lottery ticket for like anime stuff. So you can find majority like lotteries at like every anime or not every convention, every anime store, because they do like lotteries where you do a pull and you might get lucky for a prize, but they usually are about 770 yen for each lottery. So just giving you guys a heads up on that. But here's a little, it's not even a tote bag, it's just a normal bag, but yeah, I love it. I don't know which promotion they're doing for this one, but hey, I have it. And I guess the extra other two things is more wall scrolls, which this wall scroll is actually picture Mika Jogasaki from Idolmaster, since you know, man, that is beautiful. I might replace it with my wall scroll that I got up here. But yeah, I mean, that was a quickie of the stuff that probably just want to go over quickly. But for this stuff, I actually went to an exhibit for the Dengaki, I think it's called. Don't know exactly where it was located, but I'll post it right here of where it was. But it was pretty cool. I mean, I got to see a lot. Like, this exhibit was pretty neat because it was in a weird texture museum. And it was also happening during like some tea festival, so, but nevertheless, went to it. I got this tote bag that I paid extra for, which, you know, like I said, how often do I get to go to Japan, check out these cool exhibits? This wall scroll, this is a Spice and Wolf white wall scroll, which to show what it looks like, I think I have the little acrylic here, since, oh yeah, this is what the wall scroll looks like pretty much, which is Spice and Wolf, since I think that is probably one of my more favorite series from Dengaki. And this one, I actually don't know which series is it from because I don't follow through, but yo, she looks hot, the waifu. 2D characters, right? So I actually do have the flyer from the exhibit I went to, which is, I've been saying it wrong, it's a Dengenki Bunko exhibit. So, you know, I can't read Japanese, so I guess if you guys can read, it'll show you like where it's called, or at least the location was at. But yeah, it was a pretty cool exhibit. I mean, man, the exhibit was pretty big, and it was definitely well worth it because it showed like anniversary of like timeline of all the IPs that they have done over the years, so, or own. So that was pretty cool. And you know, Japan was definitely something I definitely needed to go again. And you know, I've kind of feel a little more encouraged to actually learn the language, because being there for 2 weeks and going to like bars, conversating with some of the people that live there, I mean, it was a great motivation to try to pick up the language again, and definitely learn a lot more, because especially if you guys are like the age of, I guess, 20. I think 20 is the drinking age there, but I encourage you guys to go to Japan, talk to people, go to bars. You'll definitely feel a lot more encouraged, and don't feel embarrassed about it, because people are very nice there. Maybe not everyone, but a lot of people are nice there. And yeah, who would have thought taking a taxi would be something to put on my bucket list? Because usually you take the train there in Japan everywhere, but after 12 o'clock it closes. So you know, having to talk to a taxi driver and somehow manage to get back home without having to walk 2 hours back, it's definitely a challenge. So of course, if you ever go to Japan, I think one of the things you always have to do when you go to Japan is visit the Pokemon Center. So that's what your boy did. I went to the Pokemon Center. I bought some stuff, not a lot of stuff, but some cool knickknacks. So I got this little pencil case of Piplup, because you know, I like Piplup. Piplup's pretty cute. Probably not my first choice, but it was only good choice that they had there. As you can see, there's already stuff in here that I'm utilizing right away. So got that. Got a little Piplup sleeping right here. Aw, very cute. Probably go put this in my car. So that. A little present for my cousin, which are hairpins, I think. I mean, it is Quagsire. I don't know, like, it's Quagsire, but some version of Quagsire. They've been doing this for Pokemon for like 2 generations now. So that's some Piplup pouch thing that I got from a gacha machine, which of course everything has to be a gacha machine, right? So that's some stickers, a little keychain, Pikachu, so a lot of cool stuff. I actually did buy more from the Pokemon Center, but a lot of it are mostly gifts to my niece, so she'll be getting a lot of Pokemon stuff there. That's pretty much the reason why I went. But hey, the last thing I got is this little cool tote bag too that I didn't have to spend money on, but why not? I don't need any more tote bags, but yeah, like I said, the currency, you kind of just don't care anymore. Once you're in a different country, you're just buying whatever you think it's cool. Man, I just found more stuff in the corner on my table, and a lot of stuff. Like I pretty much explore Akihabara for a day and a half. Usually you don't really need to go, like a day or 2 days at max is all you need to actually fully check everything out in Akihabara, even though it is very small. But you find some cool stuff in Akihabara, like 500 yen, that's about what, $3 for us. Like some cool anime merch. What is this? Okay, this one was from the K-Books. This was about 3,000 yen right here. So I like how on the back it says Noob Nuts. That's kind of hilarious. Man, I got even more stuff from Tokyo Tower than I expected. So of course I got card holder, as well as like a mini towel set right here. So yeah, just buy anything that's quintessential Quintuplet related, because as I always say, that is one of my favorite anime series of all times. Here's a little Shikishi board holder that I bought, filled with Shikishis that I bought there. So these were pretty pricey than I thought. They were about around 2,000 yen each. So, but you know, these are from I think exhibits. That's the reason why. So it's pretty much past exhibits, but still, nevertheless, it's pretty cool. Ooh, you guys might like this one, that's for sure. This one, Meguru, this was from a gacha machine, or at least it's not from a gacha machine, but you just go to the Bandai arcade and just put in 500 yen arcade machine and just tell a staff member, hey, I put 500 yen, and they will hand you what was it, something random. So I got, you know, this right here. Oh yeah, and these were from both the Dengeki, what was it? Dengeki Bunko exhibit. So there's that, and same for this. So I don't know, I'm still organizing stuff in my room, but you know, just want to show these cool shikishi boards. And I think one of the hardest things when I was trying to look for Japan, I was trying to look for shikishi board binders, and surprisingly, they don't sell the normal shikishi board binders at all. They only sell like mini or at least like a little bigger size. So that's kind of a struggle looking in Japan. And oh look, I also got this too. I forgot, little fan. So as I said, I'm just anything I see my eyes on that's quintessential contemplate related is just automatic buy. When I was there, as I mentioned, if you ever go to Japan, of course, one of the things that you have to do is one, go to the Pokemon Center, because I feel like that's a must every time you go, and two, the Gundam store, which it could be in Yokohama or Gundam base in Odaiba, and I kinda did both. So first, actually, I was about to say chocolate, I don't know why. I got to check out the one in Yokohama, the one that moves, the RX-78 Gundam, I believe it's called. Let me check. Yeah, RX-78 Gundam. The one that moves through water is at the Gundam base. Pretty cool. Would I go there again? Not really. I mean, it was something that I never got to experience because I think that was built during the time of the pandemic, I believe. I could be wrong with that. But, you know, it was cool to check out. And over there, the only thing I bought over there was this limited edition Fumika Gundam base color set. So usually I try not to buy Gundam, but you know, Gundam kits, because one, it does not fit in my luggage, and two, I kind of realized I'm not much of a Gunpla person really. Tried it, wasn't too into it. I mean, I know a lot of people into the customization. It's just, you know, I have a lot of stuff to do. But this one, something almost fell. This one I got because why not? I mean, it's a waifu, it's a limited edition, and once I saw that it's limited edition, my mind kind of blanked out. Where my friend said the same thing too. He was saying like he was not going to buy anything like Gundam kits or anything, but once we saw that, we're like, fuck it, we're just going to buy it right there. But yeah, we also went to the Odaiba one for Gundam base. It's where the Unicorn Gundam statue is, which that I have been there before, but you know, it's always cool to check out again, because that statue, like if you guys go during 9 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. They have like 2 special showings of it, which lasts about like a good 3 minutes to 5 minutes. So really cool to check out. But I actually did buy some stuff in the Gundam base store, which more so stuff that I can actually use for my day-to-day tasks. So like this, for example, the Witch of Mercury. This is I think a hand towel, or yeah, I think it's a hand towel, but pretty cute. I mean, look at the design right there, it's pretty awesome. So that got this from a gacha, or lottery, so Takarakuji. So this is a Gundam cup, which you're able to luckily get one of these designs. And you know, to be quite honest, I already opened this, and here is the design I got, which gacha luck is sometimes never on my side. So this is the cup I got right here, the Zaku. The one I want, the ones I wanted high key was Unicorn, Freedom, Exia. Like I wanted those, but you know, I probably got the worst one. But not gonna lie, this cup is actually pretty good quality. It's pretty sturdy. It's not like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a plastic cup. It's not the best out drinking from, but you know, at least it's pretty good quality. And yeah, I mean, 780 yen well spent on this. I think the most expensive thing that I technically bought, which if you guys don't know, if you guys never been to Japan or would like to know, Gundam has a store called G-Strict, which you could find in Asakusa, which is in the Skytree, or Gundam base, and they sell like clothing brands. I think my friend spent the most clothing there. I think he spent like good 60,000 yen and just like 2 jackets and a sock. And me, I also spent on socks. So yeah, I got 3 pairs of socks. Like I said, I don't really buy huge Gundam kits, but I do like buying essentials that I could use for my day-to-day needs. So I bought 3 packs of socks that are long socks. Not my favorite, but okay. Next is stuff that I got that is funny enough Idolmaster related. So in Akihabara, they kind of had like a pop-up booth, or they always have this pop-up booth, which is Idolmaster. But this one's particularly special because this one is for Prism Colors, which is their new mobile game for Idolmaster for Rhythm or for Shiny Colors. I believe. I mean, I haven't looked too into it, but I mostly play Cinderella Girls. But yeah, at the pop-up booth, really quick, I got this card box of Ronco, one of my favorite characters from Idolmaster. So this is from Shadowverse, but hey, it's Ronco. Love her to death. But these two are going to be the big ones, because these ones are probably the most expensive and the most idiotic that I just decided to drop 13,000 yen on. But like I said, it's hard to get my hands on these if I was ordering online or from America, because shipping would be ridiculous, like probably like 8,000 yen. So it was just better that I just buy in Japan. But this one, these are, oh, there goes the box. But these are pretty nice quality right here. Here's Kaide, which you get her little signature. If you can't see, oh, there it is, signature. And yeah, these are really built like good quality like frames. So you can see how this is like string attached. So you just, I believe, string it like that. So got one board of that. Which this was actually the cheaper one. The more expensive one, which this was around, man, I wish I could remember the costs of what I bought, but I can definitely tell you guys that I spent around practically $1,500, I would think, in total for my trip, or at least in total of when I was there, not like, you know, the Airbnb and the, you know, the flight and all. But here is some more expensive one, which is Madoka, I think her name is. The girl that everyone fangirls and fanboys over. So this is pretty awesome. I was gonna get Meguru, but man, I wasn't a fan of the portrait that they had there, so I got this one instead. Which honestly, I think it looks pretty dope to put in my room, which I wish I had more stuff or more space in my room to put in the first place, but you know, maybe in a future household or apartment, once I get my own place with a girlfriend or a wife, maybe I could try to convince her to, you know, we could create an anime room, otaku room. But okay, so I probably already mentioned this already about, you know, you have to go Pokemon Center, you have to check out Gundam. One of the other things you always have to do when you're in Japan is play crane games, because crane games are everywhere in Japan. Like, no joke. In family restaurants, or well, gachapons too. Family restaurants, bathroom, arcades, whatever store you just walk into, there's always a crane machine there. So, you know, I hate the crane machines in America. I'm not particularly fond of the crane games in Round 1 America because they're usually not that great prizes. But man, there were so many cool things in Japan that I won. Like a lot of stuff I actually won on one try, like this little plush of, forgot her name, from Oshi no Ko. Just spent $1 and just got this little plush right away. Same for this Data Live one. So sometimes you win big, like with one try. Who would have thought? Even this one, like this one I won about 3 tries realistically. Like I wasn't planning on getting this at all, which this is the Ichika, kind of like a, I don't know, like a Figma in some sorts. Pretty bland, quite honestly, but I won this in like 3 tries in the crane machine game, and you know what? Sometimes I wanted to do it. Like I won this specifically just to flex on my friend, who I will say this, he absolutely hates crane games because I was trying to win him Slowpoke, and he was trying to win himself Slowpoke, and that did not end up going too well. But not only did that not go too well, these prizes did not go too well for me either. I mean, it took me multiple tries and calling staff member for help once or twice, realistically. So this one I had a difficulty time winning, which is a Nino swimsuit little figurine. It's funny because I think I spent like $20 or at least 2,000 yen, 2,200 yen on trying to win this. And then of course this pillow right here, which I do not need more pillows, but it's Nino, my favorite waifu of all time. So just a little context here. If you ever, see this in a crane machine, just go to the store across the street. It'd probably be about $10, maybe $13 or 1,300 yen to get this. So, but the satisfactory of winning this prize just is what fulfills me. And this one, maybe you might be able to find in a store. Usually pillows are harder to come by in stores. Not always, but most times. This one, man, I don't want to recall how much I spent trying to get this, but I can definitely tell you that I think I called staff like 3 times with assistance for this. And, it's Nino. So there's whatever, why you guys ask, and why I did it, it's because of that. Now, saving the best for last is pretty much the highlight of, the coolest things I got during this trip of Japan. And, one of the places I went to in Japan, I went to Tower Records because I had to find some stuff for my friend because he loves ITZY. Like, he absolutely loves ITZY and K-pop. So I got him some albums that were apparently exclusive only Japan, which, I'm glad that he got what he wanted, because apparently you're not able to order from America. It's kind of a little weird. I don't know how it works. But, while I was there, I found some cool stuff that I did not know about or, knew, like, at all. But these two I definitely knew about, which, of course, Auto Master right here, because, Akira. And this certain magical or certain scientific railgun theme songs, which all mostly sang from Fripside. You get Elsa, but man, look at Mikasa, or Misaka. No, Mikasa. Man, I always get the names confused. But yeah, I mean, something I found that was really cool there that they were promoting that I did not know about was Yoasobi. So they were selling these books, kind of book albums, CDs, which, man, I wish I could open them probably in a future video of just unboxing these, but it kind of like has like pages for you to read and like a CD. So it's kind of like a little binder, and you guys can see right here, you can see the binder hold inside. So this was really cool. There's about 3, so this is book 1 right here, and this is book 2. You can tell by, I guess you can see on the back right here. So there's about 3 books in total, but I only bought 2 because 1, I think, 1 and 2 might discontinue later on in the future, who knows. 3 is the newest one that came out, which was a little more pricier, but I just didn't really have the space in my luggage. I mean, I was struggling carrying everything back. I mean, I had 2 luggages, I had a backpack, I had a duffel bag of just full of stuff. And did you guys know how hard it is to carry that stuff out of an Airbnb and bring it to like the closest train station just to put it there? Which, if you guys ever go to Japan, like I had to talk about this in a future video, some advices and tips when visiting Japan, because there is a lot of stuff that I learned what to do and how to get by there. So yeah, I'll definitely make a future video of that later time. I didn't expect myself to get a lot of cool stuff from Record Towers, but yeah, those 2 Yoasobi books, and also this vinyl record of Nujabes, which this is of course a reprint right here, but it's still cool to get my hands on. They had like all the reprints of his albums. I only got this one specifically because it's the first one. Man, I wish I could have bought both, but I bought one for myself and one for my friend because he collects record vinyls, and I didn't want to like buy all record vinyls, and because like I said, it was a hassle to try to carry everything, and especially with the vinyl records, since they are CDs, they could warp if you put it in the wrong particular way, like facing down. So it was hard to make sure that I didn't damage it whatsoever bringing it back from my trip. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff from Tower Records. Definitely will check there again. But the next thing I got, so for my whole trip, one of the goals that I want to find in Japan was the Nino wine, Nino Nakano from Quintessential Quintuplet, like a wine bottle. It was about $100 or so last time I checked, but it's a very unique item that it was a specialty order item. I was hoping to find that in one of the anime stores, which unfortunately I wasn't able to. And you know, the closest thing I found, which you guys might be excited for, was this Pekiro wine bottle. And yeah, I definitely checked the bottle out already. It's just a normal bottle, which I'll show you guys actually if I can pull it out without damaging the box. So they kind of put it in, they kind of like package it very carefully where the bottle doesn't move around whatsoever. But yeah, here's what the bottle looks like if you guys are very curious. Very awkward to go by customs, which if you guys are worried about customs when bringing back alcohol, you just have to notify them that, hey, I do have alcohol in my luggage. Just don't bring it in your carry-on. Just put it in your checked luggage and just let customs know, like, hey, I'm bringing this back. So don't worry about bringing that back, or Strong Zero, because I bought Strong Zero at 7-Eleven in the airport. So for my friend. So yeah, going to Japan. I think one of the things you always have to buy when you're in Japan, when you're going for like anime goods and merch, are the Blu-rays and the DVDs. So one of the places I like to check out when I'm in Japan is a Book Off, because you can find some pretty cool used stuff there for a really good price. So when I was there, I bought the Haruhi Melancholy Disappearance of Haruhi. This is, of course, if you guys can see, 1100 yen. That's about like $9, and this is pretty cool because there's a book inside, some cool collectibles if you guys could see there. So 1100 yen, equivalent to like $9 or so. Like, man, some pretty, and it's like in perfect condition. So like one of the cool things about Japan when you buy used stuff there is it's not nasty or old like, you know, America and garage sales, but the previous owners usually take really good care of it, and if there's anything that's wrong with it, it will be shown on the comments, usually on like a little sticky note or something. But man, a lot of stuff like this one, certain scientific railgun tee. I wish they made a collector's edition or some cool limited edition of America, but this is only Japan, and of course this is a box set, so you have to get, you know, the only thing I would say about Japan, what they lack of is each Blu-ray they sell, it's about 3 episodes, and they charge us for like 5,000 yen. That's usually normally what they do to make up a lot of money, but I only bought this because of the box, because right here you get Shokuho, one of my favorite scientific railgun girls, probably one of my favorite waifus all the time, next to Bronco and Nino. And you know, of course, you know, if I love that character a lot, I also found this figure for 13,000 yen, or 13,500 yen, as you guys can see here. So I'll put the conversion up for at least this stuff, or at least like this figure and some of the stuff that I showed of how much I spent in American money and, you know, for Japanese currency. So yeah, this is a swimsuit, and I'm not gonna lie, this was one of the most pain in the ass things to carry or put in a suitcase, because the box is like oddly shaped, so it's hard to actually navigate of putting it in. Man, I wish you guys could see a better view. It's like, let me see if I can turn this off. Boom. And it's a little darker up. But man, I think this is the only figure that I bought. I was about to say figure that I got, but that's a lie, because of course you guys saw the little crane machine figure that I won and begged to staff members needing help on. But technically it was the only figure that I bought in Japan, because of course you guys see all the cool stuff that I bought, which you guys can't see because I just realized it's all over scattered around my floor and cool stuff. Alright, and the last thing to show off, which actually I didn't show off my shirt, but I actually bought this at Cosplay in in Japan in Akihabara, which I think this shirt's pretty cool to wear in public. But this one I bought because, well, this was also a very pretty much pain in the ass to bring back. The whole Cinderella Girls Blu-ray set. So you guys may be wondering, oh damn, you spent like, God knows, like $150 for all the set. If you look right here, I spent about 6,700 yen? No, 6,270 yen for the whole Auto Master Cinderella Girls set, which is about 12-13 episodes. Kind of crazy, right? But man, like, it's crazy. Like I said, it's crazy of the stuff that you buy in Japan for ridiculous, like, for used goods, specifying, for like a really good price and for really good condition. Like, all this in America would have been so pricey, but man, it was just, I went ham. Oh, actually, I did forget to show one last thing. I forgot. Here's a Sono My Dress Up Darling manga book, which I bought for like 2,000 yen right here, or like 1,900. I only bought this because it had some cool bonus stuff too, which you guys can see here, which I'll leave wrapped. But yeah, I mean, overall, had an amazing experience in Japan. It was just very fun, just shopping around, seeing so many cool stuff, like talking to some of the people in Japan, eating amazing food, and just getting away from, you know, the gloominess. Because if you guys don't know, I live in Washington. It's raining majority of the time, and when I got back here, it was raining a lot. Surprisingly, it was hot in Japan. Like, luckily enough, not humid, but it was hot enough where I had to do wash my clothes like twice in the laundry machine. And word of thumb, if you guys like hang drying with, you know, it kind of sucks. Like, I just don't like crispy clothes. I just bring it to the coin machine just to use a dryer there. But you know, like I said, I'll talk about it in a future video of advices and tips for Japan if you guys are planning on going this year or next year. But yeah, this has been your boy Kiyato signing off. Man, I just made a whole mess in my room again. Like, I thought I cleaned it, now I had to clean everything all over again. But it was well worth it, because I'm going to look back at this video and be like, damn, that was a good trip. But anyways, hope to see you guys in a future video, and take care of yourselves. If you guys do have questions on the comments about the stuff, or at least where I got them, or just like, I guess, about Japan in overall, if you guys haven't been there yet and just curious, like, some advices, do comment below in the video. I will do my best to answer it in the comments. So anyways, this is me getting off, and going to take a nap now, because jet lag is a thing when you come back. Alright, you guys take care of yourselves. Peace.